Never go forward now. Olusigo, never go forward now. Lazy boy, you're so nice, so never go forward now. Olusigo, never go forward now. Lazy boy, you're so nice, so never go forward now. Olusigo, never go forward now. Lazy boy, you're so nice, so
for our race, country, and continent. Please share this video. I am Dr. Israel Noyaram Davidson. Thank you. In 2001, US-led forces overthrew a Taliban-led Afghan government following the 9/11 attacks led by the Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. For the next 20 years, the US and allies enforced democratic ideals, built up Afghan security forces, and provided operational air cover. The Taliban continued to attack. Now, eventually, under President Trump, the US promised to pull out if Taliban agreed to stop attacks and hosting terrorist groups. Today, the Taliban militants have declared Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and overrun most of the country at lightning speed with little or no resistance from the 300,000 US-trained and heavily equipped Afghan forces. US general could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is #1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is #3, second to Iraq.
I am Olayomi Koiki of Koiki Media and also the spokesman for Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. First and foremost, I'm going to try and speak English to direct message back to the IPOB that we are Yorubas, a very proud one. Whatever you have against what took place yesterday, you have the right in your own capacity, but you don't have the right to tell us who we deal with among you, IPOB. We can deal with anybody that we feel that is the right person to deal with. If you have a problem with that, you can go into any of the bridge or rivers across the world where you are and jump into that river and die. I am known as Koiki Media. And whatever we do with Simon Ekpa has been stamped yesterday, the 5th of November, and that will go ahead. Whatever is your concern on that, we don't give a toss. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Probably maybe some of you don't know who I am. Let me repeat this clearly, that the only person that we follow is our own leader that have spoken yesterday. And since our leader have spoken, if you are not comfortable with that, why should we care about that? Let me say it again. If you have a problem with Simon Ekpa, go and die into any of the river, or you can take the rope and kill yourself today. We are fighting one single enemy. We don't have any issue with the Biafra. We only have issue with the Fulani. Don't you understand that also among us, we have issues. We have people that probably even do not believe in what we are doing. So why should we be more concerned about you on what we do with Simon Ekpa? And I repeat again to any Yoruba that is not comfortable with what we've done yesterday, go and die as well. Elaku, Yoruba, mad people all over the place. We have moved forward yesterday, and that is the beginning. I have spoken again this morning to Chief Sunday Igboho. For those of you that feel convinced Igboho, pé kó má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Simon Ekpa, orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ní bíbá. Orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè wà àárín èmi àti Chief Sunday Igboho. Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. I don't have any problem with our Biafra. Kí ni ká pẹ́ láwọn Biafra? We deal with Simon Ekpa. And let me put this on record for those of you that probably did not know. Before Nnamdi Kanu was picked up, we had 4 meetings. I don't have to go into all the details. Myself was in that meeting. It was actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called for that meeting. We did not go for him. He actually wanted to speak to us. And whatever he told us is what we are going along with. We respect all the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have any problem with you guys. But if you think that by dealing with Simon Ekpa is a crime against humanity, I say it again, go and die. You better die now before it is too late. Because we are fighting only one enemy. And that enemy is not Simon Ekpa. That enemy is not even the Biafra. But if you as an individual that think that, hey, take down that picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let me say this clearly. Nnamdi Kanu is not just for the Biafra. He was actually fighting for the whole humanity. And let me say this again. We have the right to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture at any time, any day, and I will talk about it at any time without taking any instruction from anybody. I am Olayomi Koiki. If you are not comfortable with that, like I say, I am not Mayegara. This is Koiki Media, fighting for one singular cause. Fight over people, the Biafra people, the Arawa people, and all the freedom fighters around the world that would love to exit that shit old country known as Nigeria. If you are not comfortable with that, there's not much I can do.
Was asking Mr. Major, Prophet of God, what do you think about the man called Sam Ekpa? Simon Ekpa. I said, Simon Ekpa is possessed. And the people begin to ask, what kind of possess? And I told them, I said, Simon Ekpa is fully possessed. And also is a man that everybody should be careful to stay out. What's the meaning of that? The meaning of that is what is called possessed with the spirit of freedom. When somebody is possessed with the spirit of freedom, it will be in such a way that the person has no any other thing to do than to fight for what's called freedom. So you look at the Biafran land as a place called the fatherland of Biafra. The spirit of freedom right there in Biafra has already completely possessed Simon Ekpa. And as he has possessed Simon Ekpa, you that is trying to begin to, make noise or fight with him or do one thing or the other, you are also fighting the spirit of freedom. And if anything happened to you, it is not my concern, because you don't understand how spiritual things and the things of the spirit goes. Because in the realm of the spirit, when God wants to make sure somebody's used for a purpose, the person will be used based on the coming upon the spirit, or what the kind of power that has possessed you, or the spirit that has possessed you. So spirit of freedom is already in his life and has possessed him fully, and they cannot talk any other thing than what's called freedom. And if anybody needs to move on the same direction or the same path, you must also come to the level of that level of spirit of freedom to endow you and possess you, and then you can be able to talk about freedom. People that talk about freedom with empty mouth, they end up and they're carried by chaff. When the wind blows, they are carried away. People that talk about freedom, when something is given to them, they just betray and go away. But people that are possessed with the spirit of freedom, the spirit of Biafra land, no matter the bribe you give to them, they will never accept your bribe. They will never agree with you. If you like, take presidency of social country, they will never accept it from you, except that freedom that has possessed them, that they are after. That's what they go about. So Simon Ekpa is already filled with spirit of what's called freedom fighting. You take clear and not fight the man has received what is called the grace, received the power or the spirit of freedom. Don't fight that man. Fighting that man will destroy your life. It may even cost you what you and your generation may continue to suffer it. So I am not here to begin to follow anybody or side anybody. I am here to throw the light of what I am seeing in the spirit, because the spiritual always control the physical. And when I'm giving the message that's called the spiritual message, I pass it raw the way it is. So Simon Ekpa is a man that has already been filled and also possessed fully with the spirit of freedom. And spirit of freedom is not the kind of spirit that you joke with. When Jesus came upon the face of the earth, he said, the spirit of the Father is upon me, for he has anointed me. The spirit of the Lord has come upon me. He has anointed me to preach the good tidings, to spread the good news, to carry the word of God all over the place. And Jesus went about, was doing exactly what the spirit of the Father possessed him to do. And that same spirit was what made him, that even to extent that he died on the cross and was buried, and on the third day he resurrected, because there's a spirit that quickened the dead body. And the spirit quickened Jesus, and Jesus went up and began to do exactly what he came to the world to do. So Simon Ekpa, you are seeing, is a disciple of what's called freedom fighting, and the spirit of freedom possessed him. You can never separate him from, and they can never one day wake up and talk about any other thing rather than talking about freedom. And that is why most of the revelations you are seeing and most of the deep mystery and deep things that is bringing out here and there is based on the spirit of freedom that is upon his life. So if you want to stop him, go first of all and remove the spirit of freedom out of him. So when you remove the spirit of freedom, then you can have a way. But if you cannot remove the spirit of freedom, you better join him and not fight him. That is what's going on. And then you come to the Biafran land as a Biafran nation. All the people that must talk about freedom are people in the class of what's going on, Jim Ojumegu Ojuku. You talk about people, you go straight away, you talk about somebody like Namo de Kano. You talk about every other person that is not known, but they are hot. You talk about Simon, you talk about major prophet David, Elijah. We are not talking freedom based on, oh, yeah, we are so, or we want to collect money or this or that. We are talking about the emancipation.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Spokesman for Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. First and foremost, I'm going to try and speak English to direct message back to the IPOB that we are Yorubas, a very proud one. Whatever you have against what took place yesterday, you have the right in your own capacity, but you don't have the right to tell us who we deal with among you, IPOB. We can deal with anybody that we feel that is the right person to deal with. If you have a problem with that, you can go into any of the bridge or rivers across the world where you are and jump into that river and die. I am known as Koiki Media. And whatever we do with Simon Ekpa has been stamped yesterday, the 5th of November, and that will go ahead. Whatever is your concern on that, we don't give a toss. My name is Olawumi Koiki. Maybe some of you don't know who I am. Let me repeat this clearly, that the only person that we follow is our own leader that have spoken yesterday. And since our leader have spoken, if you are not comfortable with that, why should we care about that? Let me say it again. If you have problem with Simon Ekpa, go and die into any of the river, or you can take the rope and kill yourself today. We are fighting one single enemy. We don't have any issue with the Biafra. We only have issue with the Fulani. Don't you understand that also among us, we have issues. We have people that probably even do not believe in what we are doing. So why should we be more concerned about you on what we do with Simon Ekpa? And I repeat again to any Yoruba that is not comfortable with what we done yesterday, go and die as well. Elaku, Yoruba, mad people all over the place. We have moved forward yesterday, and that is the beginning. I have spoken again this morning to Chief Igboho. For those of you that feel convinced Igboho, pé kó má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Simon Ekpa, orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ní ìbàdí. Orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè wà rí èmi àti Chief Sunday Igboho. Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. I don't have any problem with our Biafra. Can you talk about Biafra? We deal with Simon Ekpa. And let me put this on record for those of you that probably do not know. Before Nnamdi Kanu was picked up, we had 4 meetings. I don't have to go into all the details. Myself was in that meeting. It was actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called for that meeting. We did not go for him. He actually wanted to speak to us. And whatever he told us is what we are going along with. We respect all the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have any problem with you guys. But if you think that by dealing with Simon Ekpa is a crime against humanity, I say it again, go and die. You better die now before it is too late, because we are fighting only one enemy, and that enemy is not Simon Ekpa. That enemy is not even the Biafra. But if you as an individual that think that, hey, take down that picture of Mazi Nnamdi, let me say this clearly. Nnamdi Kanu is not just for the Biafra. He was actually fighting for the whole humanity. And let me say this again. We have the right to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture anytime, any day, and I will talk about it at any time without taking any instruction from anybody. I am on. If you are not comfortable with that, like I say, I am not Michael General. This is Koiki Media, fighting for one singular cause, fighting for the Yoruba people, the Biafra people, the Arawa people, and all the freedom fighters around the world that would love to exit that shithole country known as Nigeria. If you're not comfortable with that, there's not much I can do.
I know we one family, Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it. Farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
today, the 7th day of November 2022, as we'll bring you a new episode on this awareness for Biafra restoration and the liberation of Biafra. Because we are having a lot of time today, we are going to spend time with you. At least we are going to spend 2 hours plus with you today. So this program is going to be very different. And because there has been time change in different zones, and the time of our broadcast is not the same as always. So those who were waiting or who always wait for us to come live, like 10 p.m. Biafra time, 11 p.m. Biafra time, or 12 a.m. Biafra time, should understand that they need to adjust their time, that we will be coming live on time every day. So we are going to have a different broadcast today. Thank you very much for coming, and you are watching live and direct on Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. You are watching live and direct on Voice of Biafra all over Biafra land. Not, of course, not on all part of Biafra, but it is gradually spreading to all parts of Biafra. You're watching from Enter Biafra, iOS, iOS app, and of course on Android. You are watching on YouTube and all different platforms of the IPOB Autopilot Media Team and Media Warriors. So we are going to have a very special broadcast today on Ekweremadu and the politicians from Biafra land, which we have declared, or which have declared themselves the enemy of Biafra. And again, we're going to make a very special announcement this evening. Very, very special announcement, which you must not miss. So I want everybody to pay attention to the voice, the audio that we are going to play as we wait for more time before we start the exposition. So this audio will run through while you listen and watch the picture of the man called Ekweremadu. I want you to know that today is a special day. And so here we go.
Accounted. But let me say something, having just recapped that one. We are going to 2023, and 2023 election will be a defining moment in the history of Nigeria, and I will tell you why. Now, the OIC charter, OIC means Organization of Islamic Countries. In 1986, Babangida smuggled Nigeria into the OIC, and that led to the resignation of many generals like Mike Ahigbe, who fought it. And then from that point, Nigeria has been paying dues to OIC. But the OIC charter has a condition that...
How many of you know that during the time Babangida registered Nigeria into Islamic organization, that a lot of generals from the southern Nigeria resigned? How many of you know about that? No, you don't know about that. How many of the politicians from the southern Nigeria and those who parade themselves today as Biafra politicians or politicians from the old eastern Nigeria know about this history? I want you people to understand that today we are going to use Ekweremadu as a case study. Do you know that when Nigeria was registered to be part of Islamic organization, a lot of southern Nigeria kicked against it? Those in the military, they resigned. The same people that the generals from the southern Nigeria resigning from Nigeria army as a result of that, what are they doing today? The charm, the subjugation, the enslavement we have come to destroy in 2023. I want us to go back to this particular history that some of you do not know.
Especially a country that is a polarized country like Nigeria, where you don't have one religion. The country must have, if it's a polarized, a religious polarized city like Nigeria, where you have plenty religions, that country must have been ruled consistently for 10 years by Islam. Then you will now have a full status of being a Muslim recognized country.
For you to be a Muslim recognized country, that country must be ruled for consecutively 10 years. 10 good years. And in Nigeria case, they have ruled more than 10 years. Babangida himself ruled more than 9 years, if I'm not mistaken. 9 years or 8 years or so. Abacha, Abdul Salam, all these people were all Muslims. And of course, you know, when we talk about Muslims, we are not against Muslim people as such, but we are against those who want to turn into Islamic State, who want to turn us into Islamic State. All of us have Muslim friends. We are against terrorists, Fulanis, who want to take over our land and turn us to nomadic people. So I want to ask questions to Ekweremadu in the prison in the United Kingdom. I want to ask the governors of the old Eastern Nigeria. How many of you were aware that during the time Nigeria was registered as a member of Islamic organization, that military generals resigned? Somebody like Aibe, like you just heard now. So let us continue to hear this.
Now, the thing is this. Buhari now has ruled Nigeria for consistently 8 years. Another Muslim government in Nigeria will automatically make us an Islamic country, recognized worldwide as an Islamic country.
He is not actually telling you the truth. That is why I don't like some of these preachers, because he is not trying to tell you that Buhari have ruled 8 years. So this is a campaign. A campaign. But I want to use it against them. He said Buhari have ruled 8 years. So if you allow Atiku to become president, you have turned Nigeria into Islamic State. If you allow Tinubu to become president, you are going to turn Nigeria into Islamic State. So he is indirectly telling you Obi is not a Muslim. But this is a lie. As a matter of fact, Nigeria, if it is just 10 years of ruling, Nigeria has qualified to become modern Islamic State, because since the time Nigeria was registered, it has always been Muslim ruling Nigeria until 1999. For 10 years. I want to ask you, from 1989 till 1999, how many years? So if the criteria to become an Islamic nation, which already Nigeria is recognized as Islamic nation by some countries, if the criteria is that the country must be under Islamic leader for 10 years, so why is he talking about Buhari? Nigeria has qualified since Babangida, Abacha, Abdul Salami, Abubakar coming to Obasanjo. Am I making sense? Or are they trying to tell you that are they trying to tell you that the criteria for becoming Islamic State is that it must be under civilian rule? Is that what they try to tell you? The answer is no. So I want you people to understand that some of these preachers, they know the truth, they lie. So why is he lying? Why is he trying to tell you it is Buhari 8 years, and if you allow another Muslim 2 years, Nigeria has become Islamic State, recognized by so many nations in the world. It is just ignorant of some of you in Nigeria, very ignorant people, because you don't even know what is going on. How can somebody be preaching to you? Already, we have had it. That's what we are fighting against. And some of them don't know why it is like that. Some of them don't know why Arabic inscription is in Nigeria Army, whatever Army logo. Some of them do not know why you have Arabic inscription in your Naira note. Why do you have Arabic inscription in your Naira note? Is Arabic an official language of Nigeria? Is Arabic official language? How many of you know what is called Arabic? I want everybody to understand today that Ekweremadu, Nigeria has happened to him. The question now is what next? And we are going to analyze these things this evening. I want you to understand that Ekweremadu is not the only criminal that is in prison or that has been arrested. The question now is that why is Ekweremadu own different? Why is it that Ekweremadu is facing criminal charges in the United Kingdom and they are in a rush to seize his properties? Do you know why? It is going to happen to all the governors of the Southeast and the South-South. And let me tell you, if Nigeria did not come for you, we, the Biafrans, will come for you for subjugating us and holding us back in Nigeria until 2023. For not supporting the freedom of your own people. When we finish with Fulani, we are coming for you people. Go and save today's date. Tell all the politicians in Biafra land that we are coming for them. We are coming for them. And it will start from this November. These enemies, they have looked down on us so much. When we were shouting to Ekweremadu that this Nigeria, one Nigeria, there is no road in one Nigeria. Ekweremadu was, stealing, and they were busy making him chief. Nigeria were busy making him chief. He was stealing. The award road in Enugu, he stole the money. The award Enugu on the expressway, he embezzled the money. All the people that they embezzled the money with, they are still gallivanting in Nigeria. They made them chief. They made them, some of them are still serving senator, some of them are governors, some of them are big men in their village, and they are moving around with siren and escorts, being guided by criminals. Some of them are chief. When they go to their community, they are worshiping them. From the money of the masses, public money, public fund, they steal from Nigeria. And Nigeria is looking at them and they don't want, because that is the people they have used against our freedom. When you talk, they tell you, you have governor. Who voted the governor? You. The governor you voted to power that should represent your interest in Nigeria. They are not doing it. They represent the interest of Fulani. When you tell them, when you tell Omahi of Ebonyi State, why are you acting the way you are acting? Omahi will say, I swore oath to defend the Constitution of Nigeria. It is time to defend the Constitution of Nigeria. Omahi did not defend it. Constitution of Nigeria, under that Constitution, the court ordered Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Omahi did not stand up to defend the Constitution. But Omahi is the chairman of the Governors Forum, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come from. Omahi did not defend the Nigeria Constitution, which he claimed that he swore oath to defend. So Omahi, from A to Z, we are coming for all of you in this revolution. We will capture all of you live. I want everybody to listen. Nigeria want to borrow money from China. They share the money to all the region. They excluded Biafra, southeast of part of Biafra. Ekweremadu was part of the Senate at that time. They came to Enugu. They do all this, their shenanigan meeting, and they started saying, my colleagues, this, my colleague in the Senate, this one was speaking, that one was speaking. The same Umahi did not stand up as the chairman of the Biafra or the Southeast Governors Forum to defend the Constitution, which he claimed he swore. We keep this record for them. And all these governors, they will know how heartless we are. They will know that the freedom of Biafra will enter history, a different history book at the end of the day. Because we know, we know what we are going to face. But after we finish dealing with these people, these criminals and corrupt politicians from Biafra land, what Jerry Rawlings of Ghana did will be a small thing. Do you all know what happened in Ghana? Believe me, Ghana will be learning work from what is going to happen in Biafra land. Starting from this month, when I'm making this pronouncement and broadcast, I'm not telling you it is going to happen next day. I am saying that starting from this November, all the people that say Biafra people will not get freedom, you are going to receive woto woto from Biafra people from this November. This November is, by the way, the month of woto woto pro mask. Woto woto pro mask. And I want to show to you today some of the activities of Biafrans that are ready to chase away the military, as we have banned the activities of every criminal Boko Haram military in Biafra. The activity of military checkpoint or any kidnapping checkpoint in Biafra land has been banned, and that banning is still in force. And from this November, the game will change.
How many people soldiers go kill? How many people soldiers go shoot?
Omunami Amabo Express Leru Junction. Ablọkọrọ ya asị no more military. Ka ndị amị lara anyị n'obodo anyị a. These people are good us. Let's secure our community by our Ablọk road. Yeah, this is just a peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. We don't need military. Let military go in Umunoti local government area, Abia State. Military should go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ozoleru, Okiwe Express Road. Eba make kidnapping. Umunoti youth. After Nikem. So military should go. Let military go. Military should go. We are no longer comfortable with their services. Let military go in Umunot local government area, Abia State. Here are the youth of Umunot local government. So let's secure our humble self by ourselves. Military should go. Yes, military should go. Military. We don't need military again.
Right. As I was saying, I want everyone to understand that the time for social media, this and that is over. As long as we live, the liberation movement of Biafra have kicked off, and we are starting it from this November. I want to give background, some of the reasons why the politicians from Biafra land will be dealt with mercilessly. All of them, from A to Z, because the many years of voting them into power have just brought a lot of mourning, anger, discomfort, subjugation, slavery, killings, extermination, annihilation, genocide, war crime, crime against humanity. That's all Biafra people have got from them. Nothing else. There is no road. There is no security. There is no social amenity. Everything we pay by ourselves. You pay for electricity, you buy your own generator, you pay for road, you construct your own road, your community road by yourself, you pay for all security, you pay for vigilante to guide you while you have Nigeria that produce oil. And you know what? Ekweremadu, they say he has 40 properties. All of them were seized. I am not concerned about property, but what I have come to say today is how many Fulanis, how many Fulanis have you seen their property being seized? Now, what is the connection between Ekweremadu's owning property in Dubai and him facing criminal charges in the United Kingdom. What is the connection? What is the connection between Ekweremadu owning properties in America, in London, and other parts of the world with the criminal charges against him in the United Kingdom? What is the connection? There is no connection. There is no connection. The only connection is that Ekweremadu is Igbo man. So any given opportunity to bring Igbo man down, Fulani will not hesitate to do it. And this message today goes to all the governors of the Southeast. Igbo-speaking state of Biafra. Ekweremadu have now seen it. Who is going to fight for him in Nigeria? Who is going to fight for him in Igbo land? Who is going to fight for him in Biafra land? Nobody. Nobody. The same thing goes to every governor and every politician that is not supporting Biafra, either openly or secretly. Even if you are not supporting Biafra, that you are not supporting freedom of your people. We will skin you people. We will skin you people. The deadly and very ruthless revolution that is coming. Hey, Chineke, don't stay in Biafra land. Aramabuna, don't stay, because with Aniji, the Rollins treatment is coming in 100-fold. I get you no Dokasunos for the revolution is coming, and everybody is very angry. I want to ask questions. How many politicians in Nigeria have you seen where they have problem and the AFCC will swing into action in the absence of that politician to seize his properties? It is only an Igbo politicians serve the zoo and come back in shame. Omahi today is gallivanting himself. All the governors, they are parading themselves. We are defending Nigeria. We are defending Nigeria. Put yourself in the shoe of Ekweremadu today. All of you, you are not. Ekweremadu has been in the position for many years. How did he end? How many of you remember when I was here? Well, you know, from some months ago, before Ekweremadu was arrested in London, I made a revolution. I don't know whether a revolution or a prediction. I told Ekweremadu, the time has come. You are going to pay. Is it not happening? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well said it. Is it not happening? Just few weeks to his arrest, I made it. I want you people to understand one thing. To be a Biafran in Nigeria is the worst mistake that our elder and ancestors or whatever who made it possible have made to agree to be part of Nigeria. And let me tell you one thing, we are correcting it and we are pulling out this generation. What I am here to do this evening is to call the attention of those who call themselves politicians from Igbo land. Look at, you people cannot even talk for Ekweremadu. You people cannot even speak. You are there. Nigerian government, Fulani, deliberately took Ekweremadu to court. It is absent. Collected all his properties. And all of them are watching. This is a slap. It is a very big slap. In as much as I hate Ekweremadu, and every Biafra hate him, because they contributed to what we are going through today. If you talk, they tell you Ekweremadu is serving. You voted Ekweremadu. Let Ekweremadu talk. And then when he wants to talk one Nigeria. Look at what one Nigeria is doing to him. The reason it is paining me is not because of Ekweremadu as a person, but because of the insult on Igbo tribe. Do you know how many criminals they paraded on media? They want to. Abba Kayere, somebody mentioned it. Thank you very much. Abba Kayere build hotels everywhere. Abba Kayere, according to them, he is in prison. Have you heard where they say they want to go and seize Abba Kayere property? If they do it tomorrow, it's a camouflage. But Igbo people, all these people who die with a Ekweremadu, from Governor Mahi down to all of them are keeping quiet, watching, ridiculing us as a people. Hi, Jesus Christ. I feel like crying. I feel like crying. But they will know that indeed Biafra have men. All these people are watching Nigeria ridiculing the Igbo. And nobody is talking. The people that have dined with Ekweremadu are not talking. Ohaneze, they are not talking. Governors Forum, they are not talking. This is the most disgraceful thing ever. That is how they will keep quiet. If not that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of Biafra people. That is what they want to do. Even as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, these criminals, corrupt politicians, penetrated IPOB. They shared money. That is how everybody would have been watching. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be dying in DSS dungeon, and nobody will make noise about it. This is breaking my heart. We have seen it all. The level of insult we have received from the politicians in Biafra land is unbearable. It's unbearable. All of them kept mute and quiet. And Ike Ekweremadu is going down. Ike Ekweremadu is going down in the United Kingdom. Ike Ekweremadu is going down in Nigeria. It is not about the crime, but the intention. What the Fulani government is doing. That is what is breaking my heart. Igbo people are unbelievable. And you know what? I don't even blame them. Who are they? You know, it's just that some of us that are fighting for Biafra, we have human heart. We feel pains of people, even those who have wronged us. And that is why Biafra is going to be different. Biafra will feel pain of our brother. So if you see all these people, from the senators to House of Representative members to governors to down to the local government chairman from Biafra land, all of them, they are keeping quiet, watching how Fulani ridiculing us. Nobody is talking. How can Ekweremadu be in United Kingdom and you go and collect his properties in his absence? And nobody is raising an eyebrow. And one thing is that some of the governors like Umahi, I am going to be calling Umahi. Umahi claims to be the chairman of the Governors Forum. They are not making statement. Although why would they even make statement? They fight each other. You know, if you are not in a political party of the same political party, you are automatically an enemy. What is happening to Ekweremadu is going to happen to all of them. It is either it is going to come from Nigeria or it is going to come from us, the Biafra people. and the time is here. I tell you, from this month, all of you will collect water from this month. I want you to understand that I am not here to defend the Kweremadu. Kweremadu is our enemy, complete enemy. Anybody, if a Kweremadu is in Nigeria today, he will become a target also. Kweremadu is our enemy, but you can't cajole us as a people. You can't use a Kweremadu to, to mock us. You can't use a Kweremadu situation to insult us. You can't use a Kweremadu situation to prove how irrelevant we are in Nigeria. You can't use a Kweremadu situation to tell us that we are nobody in Nigeria. You can't use a Kweremadu situation to say that you people don't belong to this country. That is why we are opting out. Now, the thing is that why we are fighting to leave Nigeria is because of all this corruption. Ekweremadu acquired 40 properties. What is he doing with 40 properties? But that is not the issue. The issue is that it is not only Ekweremadu that have property abroad. In Dubai, Atiku Abubakar, that is running for president now, have non-property, very big property in Dubai. How did he make the money? Atiku Abubakar was indicted in the United Kingdom for corruption. Obasanjo wrote a book about him. How many of Atiku property has been seized? Brutai have properties in Dubai. How many of the properties has been seized? But Ekweremadu has become a litmus test. And, sometimes he deserves it. But I want to use this to tell those who are trying to fight against our freedom that in the end of it, they say stay in Nigeria. They got the money from corrupt practices, stealing the money. The question is that if you want to fight those who stole money, start from your Abubakar, Atiku Abubakar. Start from Babangida. Start from Abdusalami Abubakar. Start from Abacha. How many Abacha property has been seized? The only thing we hear is that they are returning $300 million from Abacha loot. But what about Abacha's property? Doesn't Abacha have families? Abacha have family in Cameroon. They live in Cameroon. They live they live large in Cameroon. How many of the properties has been retrieved and seized? But the money is returning to Nigeria in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yet, they are saying it is Ekweremadu. Omahe, we wake up and say, oh, thank God, it's Ekweremadu. It is not me. After all, we are not in the same party. The Fulani have destroyed their mental capacity to reason. So for that reason, I want to bring this video for you people to listen to how they dealt with Ekweremadu. And when you see the people who call themselves human rights lawyers and all that, to analyze things, is it fair? The only reason is that he is an Igbo man. You don't handle cases like that. And I want you people to listen. You go and get ex parte order to seize and forfeit properties of people when they commit crime somewhere. What we are going to do to this politician in Biafra land, they don't know. Believe me, the world will write it. I want you people to watch this.
Thank you for staying with us. After months of being in detention in the United Kingdom following the allegation of an organ trafficking of a minor, a federal high court in Abuja has given the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission permission to temporarily seize 40 properties that were allegedly traced to Ekpa. The trial judge ordered the anti-graft agency to publish the interim forfeiture order in a national daily within 7 days from the date the order was given. The presiding judge, Justice Iyangapo, gave the order following an ex parte motion filed by the EFCC. The interim forfeiture order includes 10 properties in Enugu, 3 in the United States of America,
3 properties in Enugu. Even in Biafra land, they seize his property. The question is, are you seizing the property because you have found out that he's stolen the money? What was the basis of giving an ex parte order on somebody who is facing a different criminal charges abroad? I want you people to understand that I am not here to defend the criminality of Ekweremadu. Ekweremadu is our enemy. But I am here to defend the blood of Biafra, to defend the face of an Igbo man. 10 properties in Enugu, in Biafra land, they forfeit and seized it in his absence. But there are many who have stolen more than Ekweremadu. Ojus Okalo is an example of that. Ojus Okalo is serving them. Ojus Okalo don't see himself as an Igbo man. Ojus Okalo say he can't die for Ndi Igbo. He said it after they gave him vote to go as a senator. He said he cannot die for Ndi Igbo. Today, he was part of those who planned the downfall of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They put him to, they capture him and put him to prison. As Ojus Okalo was in prison, they know his properties. They scared him with prison. He went there and came out and began to plan how to capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you people to understand that this Nigeria, before next year, will touch all of you from A to Z. And if it is not coming from Nigeria, it will come from us, the Biafra people. We are going to touch all of you. I want everybody to watch.
Two in United Kingdom, 1 in Lagos, 9 in Dubai, and 15 in the Federal Capital Territory. Well, joining us in the studio is a lawyer, public affairs analyst, Inibehe Effiong. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on TDC Breakfast. Now, reactions have been trailing this decision by the EFCC. Questions about, don't they understand the fact that this man is already facing a case in the United Kingdom and should have been allowed to perhaps defend himself, given all sorts of conversation. What do you make of this decision by the courts and the EFCC's move? Are they being too hit saying?
My first impression when I read about this interim forfeiture order that His Lordship, the Honorable Justice Ekpa, has made was to ponder and wonder indeed whether the Ekweremadu is a property developer. Is he into buying and selling of properties? Given that he's a public office holder, is he allowed to engage in such business? Otherwise, what is he doing with 40 properties? And how did he acquire them? With those properties acquired legitimately, if truly these properties belong to him? I was also marveled that these properties are spread across different parts of the country and even abroad.
He's been fair-minded.
Again, there seems to be some federal character in the ownership and location of these properties. But on the legal point, my worry is the timing. When these properties just recently acquired, when did the FCC began to investigate the ownership of this property?
You know the truth. You know that the truth is not because they want to investigate it. You know the truth is because he's being persecuted as an Igbo man. That's all. Bring him down. You know that the time he acquired the property or whatever is not the issue here. The issue here is that let us finish him finally. And every other, his colleague and others who call themselves politicians in Nigeria are watching as Nigeria destroy him.
Ike Ekweremadu has been in the country for quite a while before he ran into legal troubles with the UK authorities. Why were these properties not targeted before now?
No,
these are
you know the
questions.
truth.
But there is also a more fundamental question. Of course, subject to when we are able to see the actual court order and the application file, which is, can the Federal High Court in Abuja make a binding order regarding properties that are located outside the territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Right. That is a very critical question. Because under the Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Act, EFCC Establishment Act, the Anti-Money Laundering Act, and other enabling legislation, and even under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is doubtful whether a court in Nigeria can assume extraterritorial jurisdiction regarding persons or properties that are outside the territory of Nigeria. So those are areas that require some clarification. Because my understanding of the law is that if a crime is committed, presumably outside Nigeria, whether in terms of money laundering, in terms of acquisition of properties abroad, under the Legal Mutual Assistance Treaty, because I read some of those properties are in the UK. And I can confirm to you that there's a Legal Mutual Assistance Treaty between Nigeria and the United Kingdom. If there is evidence that these properties are proceeds of crime, and there is a way of proving that, I would have thought that the procedure would be to contact maybe the Metropolitan Police or some other authorities in the UK to have those access confiscated. So whether a court in Nigeria and sit in Nigeria and make an order to forfeit property.
Is there evidence that could it be that they are in the process of trying to invoke that?
Well, that would be double jeopardy. Both processes cannot run concurrently. Right. The court in Nigeria having made an order, I don't think that order would not
could they withdraw one and pursue the other?
It appears that is now academic because there's a subsisting order. Yeah. But the point I am making is that as a Nigerian, I'm very interested in having Ekweremadu tell us how he acquired 40 properties. But people have also made the moral argument that, oh, he's already undergoing trouble. You know, why not wait? Why not be empathetic? I believe those who deserve empathy are, these constituents who we have been representing, who are entitled to ask him how he came about those properties. Because we always speak about showing empathy to the ruling class. The citizens are also going through, problems with the legal system every day. So the point I am making is that there are some legal questions that requires clarification regarding the propriety of this order. I don't know whether Ekweremadu is specifically identified in the application filed before Justice Nyanko, because what I have read in the media is that the order says EFCC should make publication in the dailies. Anyone who has interest in this property should come forward. So I don't know whether they proceeded on the premise that these properties have been abandoned under the process.
How did they trace these properties to Ekweremadu?
Wonderful question. Which is why I said, by the time we are able to look at the application file, possibly we will be able to answer this question. But as a Nigerian, I mean, if I have a senator with a property developer who has acquired 40 properties, I would want to know where.
Don't they have the right? Don't they have the right to have businesses outside lawmaking?
No, they don't. Except family.
Except family.
Yes, that is what the Code of Conduct says.
That is true.
under the.
But they have the right to acquire. Maybe it was farming. Have they investigated these agricultural businesses and investments?
But it is also amazing that
it could be a big farm.
You see, I just want you people to, to just listen as they argue and argue and argue. But normally, this is what they should have asked Ekweremadu or waited for Ekweremadu to come and defend. All these things borders on Igbo criminal, Igbo thief. Igbo thief. That's all. The same way they treated this kidnapper Evans. They treated kidnapper Evans differently than the way they treated, what is the name again? The Caliphate kidnapper that even involved Nigeria high-rank military officers. Any Igbo criminal is different. Fulani criminal is the same way they are treating Boko Haram is the same way they are treating Ekweremadu and Atiku. Atiku is the Fulani biggest, looter. Ekweremadu is Igbo looter. Wadume, thank you very much. I want you to understand that the injustice is everywhere. Umahi is today claiming that he is very good with Fulani. Umahi is, very soon they are going to remember him, even before Biafra come, before December. Who knows? I want you people to understand that the same discrimination is everywhere. That's why we want a country where we are going to have what we call equity, justice, the rule of law will work. If you commit crime, no matter who you are, you will be prosecuted. That is the country we are looking for. We're not looking for a country where one idiotic Fulani will be somewhere stealing the money, and when Igbo man steals money, it becomes a problem. If you want to punish the Igbo man, punish Atiku. Atiku own is everywhere. Obasanjo wrote it in a book. How did Atiku make his money? The reason why Atiku was sacked from custom is because he stole money, he looted the custom money. He was not retired. Are you people aware of that? So what we are trying to say is that if you are going to seize Ekweremadu's property, seize Atiku property, seize Tinubu property, all of them are the same. But because Ekweremadu is an Igbo man and he is going to pay the price for not supporting Biafra, because today nobody is going to fight for him. These people he was dining with, all these Ohanes and Igbo, all these governors, all these politicians he was dining with in Nigeria, everybody have left him. Nobody is talking for him again. He is going to suffer. By the time he served the prison in United Kingdom and come back, he will go back to square one. And by that time, Biafra has come. We are going to keep him where he's going to stay. The man Wadume, all of you know Wadume. Nobody hear about him. Nobody hear about Wadume. Wadume is a kidnapper. Wadume kidnapping is not a small kidnap. He involved in the Nigerian military. But when he was captured, Nigerian army went and they killed 3 policemen to release him. Ekweremadu will suffer. Believe me, he has been used. And let me tell you, not only him, even those people you see from Umahi and all of them that you see now gallivanting themselves, we are going to deal with them in Biafra. Hey, that's why they are fighting for Biafra now, and they will fight. Let them fight anything they want to. Because you see this Biafra, if nothing drastically is not done for them to have a U-turn before December this year end, when Biafra come and you go say, hey, you people don't know anything. Everybody is equal in Biafra land. We are going to skin them. I want you to listen to Governor Autumn. How Governor Autumn is now talking like a man. Governor Autumn is now talking like a man. None of these criminals will talk like Governor Autumn.
Friend a lot. The country country is finished, nobody believed it. And several years ago, 3 years ago, I came out and said that, look, a dollar was going to get to 1,000 naira. Nobody believed it. Security, I said it. And I told you that this government, the way they are going, after Afghanistan, it will be Nigeria. This government will surrender the Assault Villa to bandits. Are we not getting close to that? Schools are closing in Abuja. And people are keeping quiet. And they want me to keep quiet. And I said, no, I will not keep quiet. I have said it. We have said it, my colleagues here, especially Governor Wiki have said it. We have all said it. We're in the same shoes. You know the challenge that we're having. Bandits are taking over. Fulani bandits, not just bandits. Not thief bandits. I know we have criminal elements, whether for thief or Igbo or Yoruba and all that. But the main bandits today we have are Fulani bandits from Niger, from Mauritania, from Ghana, from Senegal, from Libya, from Chad, from all over the place. And because they have chosen that they will take Nigeria to become a Fulani nation. Period. Buhari have said it. General Danjuma have said it. It's not just Otom that is saying it. So what are we talking about? We here in Tivland, in Benue State, our forefathers in 1804 stood against the invasion and occupation of Benue tribe and said, no, we will not accept it. For those of you who have chosen to work and accept the invasion and taking over our land, may God bless you. May God help you. Because God said I should not curse you. If God were to allow me to curse you, I would say you are a cursed person and God will deal with you. Just this week, 18 people were killed from my local government. Innocent people, farmers. I went to teaching hospital. A young man, barely in his 20 years, his 2 eyes were plucked by Fulani herdsmen. And they sent him a message to tell me that as long as I maintain the prohibition of open grazing, they will continue to do this. Another man's hand was chopped. He's still in the teaching hospital. You can go there and see him.
Are you all hearing that?
And you want me to be celebrating Fulani men? To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man who
Did you hear that? To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man. That is the way it is going to be. To hell with Atiku and any Fulani man. That is why we can never be part of a country where Atiku, who support the killings and annihilation of our people, will be vying to become a president.
Another man was chopped. He's still in the teaching hospital. You can go there and see him. And you want me to be celebrating Fulani men? To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man who says Atiku. You can go there and see him. And you want me to be celebrating Fulani men? To hell with Atiku and any other man who says Atiku. Celebrating Fulani men. To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man who says Atiku.
Are you hearing that?
Fulani men. To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man who says Atiku. Fulani men. To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man who says Atiku. Hand was chopped. He's still in the teaching hospital. You can go there and see him. And you want me to be celebrating Fulani men? To hell with Atiku and any other Fulani man.
That is why you can't continue to pretend that you are going to have a better Nigeria. When? And he knows that you can never have a better Nigeria where the border is free for Fulani to cross and enter and kill our people. You can never have a better Nigeria where Fulani dominate the military. not even dominate. They don't dominate anything. But the commanders, the generals are all military, are from Fulanis. You cannot change Nigeria where the Fulani have hijacked the police. Fulani hijacked the custom. Fulani even came from there and hijacked the Niger Delta. Oh yeah. So how are you going to change it? It is only you are going to bring war. And we want to fight that war with them now. Prepared, though, not, want to fight it prepared. So you can't know all these things. And you are saying to hell with Atiku for doing what? Attacking you at Fulani. But if you look at Governor Otton and Wike, they will be telling you, oh, we want to support P2B. We want to support P2B. The P2B they want to support is a puppet, a dog, a small puppy to Atiku. He kneel down and worship Atiku. He lick Atiku's ass. But they say, to hell with Atiku. Why P2B is telling you Atiku is a unifier. Atiku is my boss. Indirectly, they want to support P2B, who will now go and worship the Atiku. I don't know whether I am communicating, because I know they will never support Tinubu. So if he is here with Wike, who is now fighting Atiku, and Wike is fighting Atiku, and then they are telling you, oh, maybe they are vying for P2B. P2B will turn around and worship Atiku. Atiku will be the one making decision for P2B. At the end of the day, you find out that these people are idiots. All these people are all complete idiots. That is why our stomach is turning when we hear them speak. All these people are just, jamboree. I want you to understand that Nigeria is gone. It is not working. We are going to destroy Nigeria next year for our freedom to come. All of them are the same. Who are you going to support? Are you going to support Tinubu, Islamic State? Are you going to support Atiku, who is also supporting Islamic State by Fulani, through Fulani invasion? Are you going to support P2B, who already is the dog of Fulanis? The London boy. He said Atiku is a unifier. He said Atiku is his boss. Any place he see Atiku, he will portray and lie down for Atiku. Why they are going and attacking Atiku, saying they want to support P2B, why the P2B is allegiance to Atiku? Don't you see how stupid these people are? Because by the end of the day, let us assume that Nigeria continues to be a country and P2B become the president. You think P2B will listen to Wiki and forget Atiku? You think P2B will listen to Otton and forget Atiku? Never. And that is what we see. And these elders don't see it. So we are never going to allow them to take us for a ride again. And finally, I want to announce that starting from this week, I will not make this announcement now. The announcement will be made sometime this week. Always watch and wait for our broadcast. Our broadcast will be happening from 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Biafra time every day. And there is an announcement I will make, but it will be sometime this week. So pay attention, monitor, and always come whenever we're live. Because from this week, Biafra liberation have changed. So don't miss any action. It is no longer on social media. It is on ground. But believe me, at the end of the day, they will know that this Biafra generation, we have what it takes and we have balls. May God bless Mazin Amdekano. May God bless Sunday Iboho. May God bless our Professor Banji Kintoye. May God bless Umuada and their husband. May God bless our gallant men. May God bless Eastern Security Network. May God bless all known gunmen, whoever they are. May God bless all of you. May God bless you that is fighting for Biafra. May God bless our alliances. May God bless anything that is fighting against Nigeria. May God bless you all. Our target is to make sure there is no election in Biafra land. Our target is to make sure that we bring Nigeria down in 2023. What we want to make sure is that by next year, we are going to have our freedom. Nigeria will not have anything to negotiate with. We don't negotiate with people that are terrorists. We want to fight for our own freedom, and our freedom we are going to get in 2023. From here, from me, is good evening.
I am Olayomi Koiki of Koiki Media and also the spokesman for Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. First and foremost, I'm going to try and speak English to direct message back to the IPOB that we are Yorubas, a very proud one. Whatever you have against what took place yesterday, you have the right in your own capacity, but you don't have the right to tell us who we deal with among you, IPOB. We can deal with anybody that we feel that that is the right person to deal with. If you have problem with that, you can go into any of the bridge or rivers across the world where you are and jump into that river and die. I am known as Koiki Media. And whatever we do with Simon Ekpa has been stamped yesterday, the 5th of November, and that will go ahead. Whatever is your concern on that, we don't give a toss. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Probably maybe some of you don't know who I am. Let me repeat this clearly, that the only person that we follow is our own leader that have spoken yesterday. And since our leader have spoken, if you are not comfortable with that, why should we care about that? Let me say it again. If you have problem with Simon Ekpa, go and die into any of the river, or you can take the rope and kill yourself today. We are fighting one single enemy. We don't have any issue with the Biafra. We only have issue with the Fulani. Don't you understand that also among us, we have issues. We have people that probably even do not believe in what we are doing. So why should we be more concerned about you on what we do with Simon Ekpa? And I repeat again to any Yoruba that is not comfortable with what we done yesterday, go and die as well. Elaku, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá farasin tashilano, elo jaso make kudanu. Mad people all over the place. We have moved forward yesterday, and that is the beginning. I have spoken again this morning to Chief Sunday Igboho. For those of you that feel convinced Igboho, pé kó má ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Simon Ekpa, orí yín ti gbálẹ̀ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ níbí báyìí. Orí gbogbo yín ti gbálẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè Buhari èmi àti Chief Sunday Igboho. Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ lè wọ̀ láyé. I don't have any problem with our Biafra. Can you talk about Biafra? We deal with Simon Ekpa. And let me put this on record for those of you that probably did not know. Before Nnamdi Kanu was picked up, we had 4 meetings. I don't have to go into all the details. Myself was in that meeting. It was actually Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that called for that meeting. We did not go for him. He actually wanted to speak to us. And whatever he told us is what we are going along with. We respect all the legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have any problem with you guys. But if you think that by dealing with Simon Ekpa is a crime against humanity, I say it again, go and die. Now before it's too late, because we're fighting one enemy, and that enemy is not Simon Ekpa. That enemy is not even Biafra. But if you as an individual that think that, hey, take down that Peter Nnamdi Kanu, let me say this clearly. Nnamdi Kanu is not just for the Biafra. He was actually fighting for the whole humanity. And let me say this again. We have the right to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture at any time, any day, and I will talk about it at any time without taking any instruction from anybody. I am Olayomi Koiki. If you are not comfortable with that, like I said, I am not Mayegun General. This is Koiki Media, fighting for one singular cause, fighting for the Yoruba people, the Biafra people, the Arewa people, and all the freedom fighters around the world that would love to exit that shit-hole country known as Nigeria. If you are not comfortable with that,